Hi, good morning. Now, as a part of the assignment, so we like I would like to explain the form of Form 129, Form I-9, okay, which is Employment Eligibility Verification Form. You'd like to make you to go through various parts of the form and the things to be keep in mind while filling this form. So now anti-discrimination notice. So what it says is it is illegal to discriminate against work of authorized individuals in hiring. So there should not be any discrimination of the individuals in hiring. So there are two parts in that. So first is it is relating to US citizens for USA, and another one is the date of applicability is this form is different for both. Second, what is purpose of this form? The form purpose is the employee must be complete the form I-9 to the documents verification of the identity and employment authorization of each new employee. For each new employee, this form should be verified. Next, general instruction. There are many general instructions are there. Both employee and employer have to responsible to completing their portion of the section I-9. So there are the two sections. They have to complete their portion. So these are the instructions. Actually, the instructions will be assist you to properly completing this I-9 form. So it will assist you to, there are a lot of instructions has been given here. So once we go through these instructions, it will, wherever we get doubt or struck while filling the form, so that instructions will help us. Now, after doing going through the instructions, next is what is that completing section 1. This is the portion of the employee information and attestation. This portion belongs to employee data, and it is attestation. So this one is entering your employee identification number, what and all the things to be filled in this section. What is that last name, first name, middle name, other one assistant name used, any alternative last name used, and address and apartment. What is this? All city and town, state, zip code, date of birth, social security number. Social security number, if it is available, you can fill this. If it's been applied, has not been yet received social security number, leave this form field blank until you receive the social security number. So what it says is, if you have a social security number, we can fill in this section. If we don't have, say, if it is applied, so for social security number till the for number received, so we have to keep this, um, as a portion is that clause is empty only. Then employee's email address, it is optional actually. So employee's telephone number optional. After doing that, attesting of your citizenship or immigration status. So you must select one box at least to your citizenship or immigration status. So what we have to fill in this is, so what is our citizenship as a, in the United States? whether we are a citizen of United States or non-citizen mentioned of the United States. So a lawful permanent resident, an alien authorized to work. So what are we? So we have to check the box. Alien registration number or USCIS number, I-9 admission number, I-94, foreign passport number. So these are all the things we need to fill. The data belongs to employee. The country of issue, that is the passport, what I'm trying to say. So now signature of the employee, after filling all these things, the signature should be affixed here. So that is in this portion. By signing this form, you must attest under the penalty of treasury of some that information you provided along with the citizenships or immigrations. These are all the details. Once we have to attest that. If you use the preparer or this thing, this is the data what we are relating to preparer. If you engage any preparer, so we have to fill these forms like what is that data, today's date means the date on which that form is filled, completing the preparer under or translator certification. If you did not prepare or transfer your assist section, the employer must check the box marked I did not use the proper or translator. So what if you are not using the translator, that you have to say there. Signature of the preparer or translator, today's date, that last name, full name, first name, address, city. This is all the preparers. State, zip code, presenting the form I-9 documents. So what are the documents to be enclosed to means making the forming part of this application. Your employer will be complete the all other parts of the form as well as review your entity entries in the section 1. Your employer may ask you to correct any errors. Means this is all what the employer can do after filling by the data by the employee. But receipts, if you do not have a unexpired documentation, so this is all appropriate documentation. There are 3 types of acceptable receipts are there. So then after this thing, completing section 2, employer authorization representative and verification. This is the completing section 2, employer and employee. Employer must consume all parts of the Form I-9. So entering employee information from the section 1. These are all the things employer has to do. Entering documents, the employee parent presents. So these are the instructions which we have to go through details. Identify and employment authorization. So document title. So these are all the documents which we need to submit. Next is identity. What is the identity we need to submit along with that, and document title. So these are all document title again. Issuing authority, document number, expiration date. Now afterwards, list C, employment authorization. So the employment presented an acceptable document for my C applicable. I had to accept for the application to replace a last stolen. So basically, these cases, this is when they have to do it. Document title. So this is what it is. So all the relating to documents, what all the documents to be submitted. Employee's first day of employment. This all the employer has to fulfill this one. Signature of the employer or authorized representative, today's date, title, employment, title of the employer, authorization representative, last name of the employer, authorized representative, enter here, over here, last name of the employer, name, first name of the employer, authorized representative, the employer, business or organization name, employee's business or organization address, city or town, zip code, state, these all the things to be completing the section 3 of the rectification, re-verification and rehires. This is the portion, it is only re-verification. Re-verification in section TS3 must be completed prior to the earlier of the expiration date, if any, that employment authorization issued in the section 1, the expiration date, if any, of the list A of this list C, list A or list C, employment authorization documents recovered in section 2. Some of the employees may have entered. So rehires, if it is hired by within 2-3 years, what all the formalities to be undertaken, and new name, date of birth, document title, document number, the expiration date, signature of the employer or authorized representative, today's date, your employer number, what is the filing fee, USCIS, USCIS forms and identity information, the photocopying bank and completed form of I-9, rectifying the completed form I-9. So this authorities purpose, what is that? DHS privacy notice. So paperwork reduction act. So this is what it is. There are many clauses are there, or instructions are there for the form, for this form. So majorly that is employee information and employer information. The person who is assisting in filing this form or some other forms, that details also to be given over here. So that's all it is. Thank you so much.